still not used to that new intro music. It doesn't get me as hyped as the other one, you know? It's a little bit more relaxed, and I don't know. The other one got me a little bit more excited. But anyways, we're here Wednesday night, March 5th. It's, what are we, less than a week away from technically the new NFL season starting? Does it start on the 10th?
A lot of questions are going to get answered starting Monday.
I mean, we're already getting a bunch of news.
Tyler
Lockett got cut. DK Metcalf wants to be traded. What else was there? I know Devontae Adams got cut. I thought there was something else.
Well, Sam Darnold, they didn't tag him. You know,
Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Minshew getting cut. They just paid him like $30 million for 2 years or something.
No.
But I think that was his contract. I remember his contract being like, like this isn't just backup money.
It couldn't be guaranteed.
2 years, $25 million with 15 guaranteed. So I mean, that's not. I don't know. Maybe that is backup money nowadays.
No, that's horrible.
We are doing a rookie draft. We're going to start off with that. So here's the link to it if you want to join. So everyone start joining. We'll kind of give it a little bit and see if we get some more people in here. We got Rip Lips in here, who's the guy who works at Frito-Lay's there, Dad. You were
Rip
asking
Lips.
about him
Frito-Lay.
a couple weeks ago. Yeah, he's in here. How's it going? It's been a little bit since we've seen you in here, but glad you're here. Join the mock if you are interested. We're going to be mocking a Dynasty Superflex rookie draft. So, by the way, I was thinking about JSN. If Metcalf gets traded, he's
the only one. Huh? Yeah.
I mean, they'll definitely bring someone else in, but
yeah, but it's still yeah. That's he'll be the he'll be the man.
Yeah. We got James in here. I always think of James as a cowboy just because he has a horse in his little avatar profile picture there.
We won't hold that against him.
No, not like a cowboy fan, like a legitimate cowboy, like an actual cowboy, which is totally fine. But yeah, we are doing.
Most cowboys are in bed by now, aren't they? They got to get up early in the morning.
Yeah. But yeah, we are doing a Dynasty Superflex rookie mock draft. We're going to do a tight end premium. SJFT, probably going to start it, I'd say, within the next 10 minutes. So I don't know how fast you shower, but yeah, if you want to join and pick at the very end or something, and you can do that, or
take a Polish shower.
A Polish shower? I don't know.
Yeah, a little deodorant, some wipes, wipe the crotch, that type shit.
Okay. Never a Cowboy fan. He's a Bills fan. I'm just gonna move on from that. I've never heard the Polish shower reference.
Well, it's called a horse bath, a Polish shower, and
Okay. All right. Interesting. I think I might have heard something like that, but it seems like you can add whatever country you want to if you really wanted to. But yeah, we're doing a Dynasty rookie draft. I do want to go over the landing spots real quick here. I left a link in the chat right here if you guys want to click on that, and you can kind of follow along with the landing spots there. This was a post combine. It's a 3-round mock draft from Sports Illustrated. So, but yeah, here are the landing spots. We'll kind of go through them as we wait for more people to join.
Send that in the private chat if you don't mind.
Rookie draft. Yep, no worries. So here it is. I'll zoom in here so you can see it. There you go. So we got Travis Hunter going 2nd overall. Is he a cornerback? Is he a wide receiver? We don't know, but he's going number 2 overall. Cam Ward to the Giants. Ted McMillan is a Raider. Shedeur Sanders falls a little bit, but he goes to the Jets, 7th overall. Luther Burden is a Buccaneer. They trade up and take Luther Burden. I thought that was an interesting move that they had them making. Yeah,
are they going to lose Godwin?
Must be, right? If you're trading up.
Jeez.
Yeah. Ashton Genty's a Cowboy. Tyler Warren is a Colt. Matthew Golden is a Charger. 22nd overall. He boosted his stock up.
Boo.
Emeka Ibuka is. Why are you booing? I love Golden. He's my wide receiver.
Yeah.
In this draft. Emeka Ibuka is a Brown. They traded up and took Emeka Ibuka, staying in Ohio. Jackson Dart's a Raider. Omarion Hampton is a Bear. He joins Ben Johnson.
Second round. Wow.
The early second round pick. Colston Loveland falls. I don't think I've seen a mock where Loveland's not a first round pick, but that's what happened. That's the world we're living in here. He's 40th overall to the Saints. Trey Harris, the wide receiver out of Ole Miss, is a Cowboy. Jack Besh is a Bronco. Elick Io Manor.
I like that.
Steeler. Dude. Yep. Still in the second round here.
He's going to go in the pit. The pit of misery in Steelers.
Cam Scadaboo's a Charger. That's an interesting one. That's probably as high as I've seen him. He's the RB3 taken in this mock draft. Cam Scadaboo's a Charger, 54th overall. Xavier Restrepo is a Texan. Jaden Higgins is a Bill. Jalen Knoll is an Eagle. Quinshon Judkins, this is the third round now. Quinshon Judkins is a Raider in the third round. Savion Williams, one of my favorite guys. Don't know how to evaluate him properly, but he's a Saint. Travion Henderson is a Bengal falling to the third round. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't even know if Judkins is going to fall to the third round, but Caleb Johnson also falls. He's a Bronco. Jalen Royals is a Cardinal. Terrence Ferguson, the tight end that probably boosted his stock the most from the combine, is a Charger. Dylan Sampson is a Jag. Running back Isaiah Bond is a Jet. Jalen Milroe is a Brown. Elijah Arroyo is a Chief. Dante Thornton Jr., who I have not really looked at all, is a 49er. And Ty Felton, who I've hardly looked at as well, as a Lion at the end there. So two guys that I need to look at more, because if they're going to be starting to get mocked into the third round, then they're going to be something here. So we do have three spots open. So if anyone's watching and wants to join this Dynasty rookie mock draft here, we have 3 spots open for you. The 108, the 110, and the 111. So we'll give it a couple more minutes. You get to hear our voices a little bit longer. And thoughts on anything that stands out there, Dad, with those landing spots, or anyone in the chat, any of those landing spots you guys really like or really hate?
I don't know. I see a number of guys. I don't want to say fallen, but I've seen some guys in the second and third round there. I guess, correct me if I'm wrong, but if there's a lot of running backs, that almost kind of means that you can wait a little longer.
Yeah, I've been kind of thinking about that, both with the real NFL draft and the Dynasty rookie draft, as you can kind of take that approach too a little bit if you wanted to. There's like so many running backs and like not as many wide receivers. And yeah, I kind of thought about that too. Like, is a team just going to say like, no, Ashton Genty's great, but I can get, Omarion Hampton in the second.
Big ass line. No, I can get a big ass lineman or something, or a cornerback.
Oh, yeah, you mean like the top 10. Yeah, and then take your running back later on for sure.
Yeah.
I thought about that. Definitely could happen.
But Genty gets rated as high as LaDainian Tomlinson. So that's pretty special. I don't know whose rankings or ratings those are, like 98, something like that. I don't know if it's an ESPN thing or some, but some of these other guys are not quite the same level, but they sure looked. One thing I noticed, I'm one of the clowns who watches a lot of the combine, and especially the way the running backs ran is there was a lot of guys in 4.4. We're talking big 220-pound, 215-pound running backs running 4.4. And you think like, wow, there's This is going to be good. And there was a lot of them.
Yeah. No, it was great. I mean, there's some guys like DJ Giddens out of Kansas State who didn't get drafted in this mock. I was impressed that he ran like a 4.43. I was hoping like a low 4.5 for him, and he got a 4.43. So, yeah, we do have sorry, real quick, we have one spot open if anyone wants Team 11 for this rookie draft. We're going to start at 8:50 my time, 6:50 West Coast time, 9:50 East Coast time. In less than 4 minutes, we're starting. So,
did Frito Man jump in there?
Yeah, he did.
There he is. Okay,
Frito Man. You gotta check if he's okay with you calling him Frito Man.
That's okay.
I'm
sorry. Don't take it personal.
No, he's in there. He's in there. No, we appreciate Rip Lips a lot, but yeah, a lot of guys, running in the 4.4s for sure. And Matthew Golden running at a 4.29.
Yeah,
which was impressive.
Yeah, another thing I heard, there was 10 guys for the. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. There's 10 guys, 10 wide receivers that ran under 4.4, and I guess that was a record. So we're talking somewhere between 4.29 and 4.39, or so.
There were 10.
What's that?
There were 10 of them. I didn't even realize
was 10 of them.
Many. Damn.
They said that was a record. So we didn't have this big burner. We had one guy 4.29, and then the rest of them were all 4.3. All the way up.
Yeah. Less than a 2-minute warning here. Links right here if you want to join. Team 11 is open, and we're going to get started. Don't want to make everyone wait too much. And he said, Freedom Man is cool. Yeah, we need to do a better job. Some of our more loyal guys will get your names down. It's so hard sometimes with like YouTube names, sleeper names, Discord names. Everything's different. But if you want to join our Discord, by the way, join it here. That's how you'll know. That's probably the best way to get into these live drafts, whether it's a rookie live draft, a startup mock draft, and we're also going to be doing real money leagues. I'm already setting those up. I'm going to announce it tomorrow, and I'm going to message a couple more people that I know are interested in joining, and we did get the 11th spot filled, so I'm just going to start this bad boy up. Double check I got the settings right here. Linear, no computer auto picks, doesn't matter because we have everyone in here. Again, before I do start it up, this will be a 12-team super flex PPR 1-point tight end premium. So keep that in mind. We're doing a 1-point tight end premium in this mock draft. So again, 12-team super flex PPR 1-point tight end premium. But just to finish up what I was saying about the Discord, if you join it here, we're going to start putting together real money leagues. So real leagues with us. You're playing against me, our father, his son, my brother. Show us that you're better than us, which I'm sure a lot of you are.
Absolutely.
Robert is his name, by the way. But yeah, if you want to join there, we're going to start getting those set up this week. I've already messaged privately some people. I need to message a few more people like Robert, see if he wants to join, just to, kind of reward the people that have been with us from the beginning, or been loyal at least to us, and then open it up to everyone. So we
appreciate the loyalty. So we're just a bunch of clowns here trying to have fun. So
yeah, clowns raising clowns.
Yeah,
SJF, it is a super flex. Yeah. It is a super flex, so not quite 2 QB, but it is a super flex. So once again, it is a 12-team super flex PPR 1-point tight end premium. We are just a bunch of clowns talking fantasy, and we're glad that and surprised that you guys are watching us sometimes. But we hope we help you. And there's too many. I think there's too many people out there that, and just in general, not even about fantasy football, it's just like, I'm right, you're wrong, right? Whereas I think we all have an educational background, right? We all have some kind of educational background in our jobs or whatever. And I think we like to say, hey, this is what we think. This is our process. We're going to be wrong every now and then, or a decent amount of time, but we hope you just kind of learn what we're thinking and we learn what you guys are thinking, and it makes us better as well. So that's my little rant there. Robert, Frito, Rip Lips. I prefer either Robert or Frito instead of Rip Lips, but
what's wrong with Rip Lips?
I don't know. It just feels weird to say. We're going to plan to do that in this month. We're going to try to get together multiple leagues. I don't know if we have enough for 2 yet. We might. I'm pretty sure we have enough for 1, but we're going to try and do it live as well. At least the first couple of rounds, not couple of rounds. So the first maybe 10 rounds do live, and then turn it into a slow draft and live stream it and all that. So yeah, I'm going to be messaging you and getting your interest in there. By the way, SJF, you are on the clock. I know we might be a little bit delayed, but if he goes to an auto pick, just let me know who you want in the chat there, and I'll select it for you.
Come on, that's what it said.
I have my sound off.
No, I
gotta keep up to date and mark these guys off the board. Make sure they go. Marion Hampton, yeah, I think he is pushing for the number 1 spot there. I think he's pushing for the number 1 spot. Not quite here. Okay, he made his pick. Travion Henderson goes. Very interesting, because Travion Henderson in this mock that we're basing off of falls to the Bengals, 81st overall. How do you guys feel about Henderson on the Bengals? Does it worry you that he's going to be splitting with Chase Brown? Do you think he's just too good that he's going to overtake?
Well, yeah, you've seen with the Lions how the 2 running back scenario works, but obviously, with Joe Burrow and now T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, it's going to be, man, a lot of mouths to feed. So,
yeah, I almost think someone put this in a comment in one of our videos saying he actually thinks Henderson might be better in a 2 running back system, and I don't necessarily disagree with him. I think he can be super. He's one of those players that could flourish in that type of. He doesn't need 25 touches. He could do it in 12.
He's caught a lot of passes. So and he's been with Ohio State 3 or 4 years. So
yeah, absolutely. We
see Ted McMillan Judkins. There we go.
Yep, we see Ted McMillan go at the 105. Matthew Golden. It's probably the highest. I think I took him here in the video that I recorded yesterday at the 106. And again, Golden in this mock draft goes to the Chargers, 22 overall. It's hard to ignore that landing spot. He was already my wide receiver 3 pre-combine, and now he's kind of pushing that. Some people think he could be the first wide receiver off the board, that Ted McMillan could fall, and Golden with that speed. Yeah.
Yep. We definitely need to see Tet's 40 time. We need to see him run.
Yeah, for sure. We see our first tight end go, which is pretty good value. Again, this is a 1-point tight end premium league. So, yeah, that's pretty interesting there. I want to get to this question here, Ryan. I'll get to it once I make this pick. I'm going to pause it at the end of the first round just so we get everyone's thoughts on the first round overall and just to see how it went. I can't let. I know people are down on him and he's getting some hate and stuff like that, but I just can't let a quarterback that's taken in the top, 7th overall. I'm going to pause it here. 7th overall go too far in a Superflex league. So let us know in the chat who's your favorite pick. It could be favorite because you like that player, favorite because you think the value is good. I think, Tyler Warren, 14th overall in a tight end premium league at the 108 is pretty nice. This draft is just stacked, man. I think this draft is absolutely stacked.
I think
go ahead.
Yeah, there's a lot of uncertainty here. I mean, it seems like the last couple of years, my memory's not as great as it used to be, but it just seems like there was more, things were more locked in. And now we're seeing Hampton going number 2 pick. Travion Henderson, number 3. You know, there's a lot of uncertainty, and maybe in people's minds they haven't, you know, they're not locked in yet. They don't have the information that yet. You know, there's still pro day workouts. There's all the pre-draft bullshit that goes on. So,
yeah. Brian, what's your thought on this trade? Ryan's asking, would you send Breece Hall and Brandon Ayuk or Olave for Ashton Genty? So I think
I think that would really depend on league format, you know. Depending on like if it's a slightly deeper league, like I'm more inclined to do that. You know, if it's 12 teams start 10, maybe. But I don't think I think I'm sticking with Breece and Ayuk personally, or Breece and Olave.
Yeah, it feels like an overpay, but it feels like that's what you're going to have to pay to get Genty, right?
Yeah, it's realistic.
But you gotta see what team he's going to.
Yeah,
you
you do. But I mean, man, there's so many teams he can go to starting at like 6, you know, to the Raiders. If it's a shallow league, I think I would just go for Genty because he's going to be that difference maker. So go ahead, Dad. You can say your thoughts.
Hopefully with the Jets, you know, and Breece Hall, that there's you know, with a new coach and stuff like that, that there's a little more re-emphasis of the run game. So
yeah, fair enough. And Out of Rhythm Sports is here, guys. He puts out content as well. Go check him out. Support the up and coming guys, and he does a lot of college stuff. So go check him out and subscribe there, especially if you were in this college rookie draft season. So, you know, guys that follow it a little bit closer maybe are going to put out good stuff. I'm going to start up the second round as we get to some of these other thoughts here. What kind of league are you doing? Missed it. It's a 12-team super flex PPR and then 1 point tight end premium. He won't overtake Chase Brown, but bumps them both down for sure. Yeah, that was kind of my thought. So I made a video with this mock draft that we're using for this rookie draft, and I had Henderson. He fell all the way to the 203, and it was more of my thinking of like, yeah, he's going 3rd round to the Bengals, like, and there's just so many, like, anyone that I just think this draft's so good and so deep that anyone that falls to the 203, like, you're gonna think to yourself, how? But then you look at ahead of them and like, well, okay, it's hard to argue against, you know, some of these other guys. So Out of Rhythm Sports says he thinks it's perfect for Henderson going to the Browns. Gamer Chai. Okay, got it. Frito or Robert? I'm going to call you Robert, but yeah, every now and then. Yeah, Golden at the 106. I'm a big Golden fan. Big Matthew Golden fan. And I think him and Ladd would kind of complement each other.
Sorry.
See Scattaboo here. Henderson injured most of the 2023. He couldn't stay healthy. He was super annoying in fantasy. Yeah, they do college fantasy stuff. Yeah, he was. And yeah, it could be good for him. No worries. SJF. No worries. You see Colston Loveland go here at the 202. Like, that feels like a great value in a tight end premium league.
Man, you know? Look at that. Edit James. He got Hampton and Loveland. That's really good.
Awesome, man. Do you see Trey Harris go? He's an interesting player. I don't think I'm gonna have a lot of Trey Harris. I'm a little bit less excited about him. The production wise, like, the numbers are through the roof. And it's just so hard with that Ole Miss offense. Like, he kind of runs 3 routes, and that's not even necessarily like his fault. That's just the offense they run. It's like literally like a deep go route. It's a 6 route, a hitch route. Turn around and look at the quarterback, and then it's the wide receiver screens and stuff. So I need to keep track with these guys going here as we see Dylan Sampson off the board, Travis Hunter. Yeah, I mean, if he plays wide receiver, he's legitimately in conversation if he's a full-time wide receiver at the 102. That's how good he is. Golden's going to be a steal, James says. Sanders, best value. Yeah, it must have been a smart guy who picked Shador Sanders. I don't know. Ollie Gordon off the board. Devin Neal. Okay. All right. I think they're still, they're still good players. I'm just looking through all of this, making sure I got it marked off. But what's your guys' thoughts about Travis Hunter? Again, good chance we don't really know what he's going to play. Like, is this a good enough risk for you? Like, okay, it's a mid-second round pick. If it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, it doesn't, like type of thing? Or would you even go a little bit higher?
I think what he did at Colorado was pretty unbelievable. I don't know how, he played every play. He didn't sit out. He was on the offense and he was on the defense, and he excelled at both of them. But I don't see how you can do that in the NFL. I mean, we've never seen it. We've kind of seen some stuff. Deion Sanders back in the 90s, there was 1 year, but I just don't think it's long. My personal opinion, I don't think it's long term for him to be playing both ways. So where it goes, offense or defense, I don't know.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to lean towards the defense.
Yeah. Brian, if you again, I think it's a very good chance, like James says, we don't know what the role is going to be, and he's legitimately maybe the best receiver in this draft class. Like, do you think the 205 is a good gamble, or do you think it's even that's a little bit too high for him?
No, I think that's fine. Once you start getting to that mid-second, you're going to be throwing, well-aimed darts at least, and I think it's a good shot. So
yeah,
can't complain.
Yeah, man, I thought I was going to get Jackson Dart. I thought he was going to fall to me at the 212. So to me, that's a great pick. He goes 37th overall to the Raiders. I'm not even a big Jackson Dart fan, but he's going to get at least a year or two to prove himself, right? And
he's going to be prediction from the old man is that he's going to be a first-round draft pick.
Yeah, there's a good chance.
Somebody's going to pick him. Somebody's going to scoop him up. Somebody's going to need him.
Man, there's still a lot of players here. Yeah, go ahead. I'm going to pause it after this too. But were you going to say something else? I'm taking Jack Besh, who goes second round. No, sorry. I'm going to go Jaden Higgins, actually. I'm going to go Jaden Higgins. He goes to the Bills, end of the second round. He's had a great combine. A lot of people really like him. So, and yeah, out of rhythm. By the way, guys, favorite pick in the second round. Mine is Jackson Dart. Let us know in the comments. Favorite pick in the second round there here. So yeah, they're covering at Out of Rhythm Sports. They're covering individual prospects, breaking them down, giving them 5 landing spots to a ceiling, mid, and a floor on each guided dynasty value. So yeah, they're really breaking down. I was watching a couple of them, and like they're going deep into these guys. Not like a 10-minute type of video. It's deep, and they play college fantasy football, so they pay attention a little bit more. So good stuff there for sure. Chargers released Joey Bosa. That just happened.
Yes, finally.
Man, yeah, he can't stay healthy. That's for
what
sure.
An Ohio State scrub.
Yeah. He wasn't a scrub.
Yeah.
Did they
I hope he gets his way and goes plays with his brother or something. There's talk that the Lions would scoop him up and, so he could play opposite. It's like, yeah, so he can play 8 games a year,
Yeah. I remember where I was when they drafted him.
Yeah, we were online together, and we were like, "Oh,
yeah." I was in Peru. I was in Peru, and the Chargers are coming up, and then like someone proposed to someone in the middle of this little like party we were having as the Chargers pick was coming up, and it like made me a little angry. But, anyways, but he was a good player. He just couldn't stay healthy. Going to start this third round back up here. Still a lot of players that are in this mock draft that weren't or haven't been drafted. You see Elijah Arroyo going. He gets taken by the Chiefs. It's a tight end premium league. Like, yeah,
Shit.
that's a good pick.
Now you're making me think.
Are you worried about Travis Kelce one more year? Or do you think they're gonna? Is this more of a 20?
I'm not touching
Brian.
him, dude. Yeah.
Brian, are you worried about Kelce, or is this more of a 2026 type of thing, or do you think maybe you can get something in 2025 from him?
I mean, maybe, but I mean, you're not really expecting to get much of a start out of any of these guys at this point, probably, except out of maybe a running back. So
yeah,
I think it's just kind of, respect the tight end premium. The landing spot's not the best because, he'll be behind Kelce and Gray, but the college production was just really good. So it's kind of hard to ignore.
Yeah, a lot of people, it's their tight end 3 in this draft. And I just see this draft. And again, maybe I'm just like, I'm hyping myself up too much, but like Jalen Royals, if he gets the right spot, he's my wide receiver 5. Like I have him as my wide receiver 5, not knowing.
Is that the Utah State guy?
It's from Utah State, and the problem is he just always gets mocked to bad spots, like third round.
It's Utah State.
I know, but I'm saying like he generally goes in the second or third round, but he's going to like the Cardinals, which is like, all right, he's at best the third target, unless Marvin Harrison's a complete bust. He goes to the Ravens, and like I hate that landing spot. Like, it's always those two teams that I see him go to, but like I don't know, man. I think he's really damn good, and he was going to have monster numbers, and he got hurt. So yeah, it's just I just really like this draft a lot. Like I think this draft deeper than last year's. I'm not saying it's better at the top, but it's deeper. And last year had more of the long-term value positions in quarterbacks and wide receivers. This one's obviously more running backs, tight ends, and stuff like that. But I think it's deeper, like going into the third round, middle, like all these guys. Like Jack Besh is in this mock draft as a second round pick to the Broncos, 52 overall. DJ Giddens, a lot of people like. I really like. He didn't get drafted in this mock, but he had a great combine. It's just, yeah.
The Jack Besh story?
I know his brother was in the New Orleans.
Yeah, his brother got
terrorist
killed
attack
on Bourbon Street on New Orleans.
Yeah,
on January 1st. So
yeah,
and also he caught the winning touchdown in the Senior Bowl.
Yeah, I know they kind of recognized him in the. Was it a Super Bowl? Yeah, it was Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
Pregame or something. Bashal Tootin ran a 4.32. Dude's fast. 4.32 is insane for a running back. That's really fast. I don't know how many running backs are getting under 4.3. I know you have like Chris Johnsons of the world and stuff. Did Jahmyr Gibbs get under a 4.3?
I don't remember.
He was in the fourth. I think he was definitely in the 4.3s. Harold Fannin Jr. doesn't get mocked here, but again, a little bit of a cult following at the tight end position there. Yeah, I mean, I still see a couple people not drafted unless I'm missing them. There's a second round wide receiver that's still on the board. 2 second round wide receivers on the no, one of them got drafted. No, wait, there are 2 still. Terrence Ferguson was taken. I think that's a good pick. Athletic score for tight ends, like combine athletic scores, those actually translate a lot. Like, a lot of times you get these like super athletic wide receivers, like what's his face from Baltimore last year. He played at, I think, North Carolina. I'm blanking on his name, but was it Devontae Walker or something like that? Anyways, he was like a athletic freak, but for tight ends, it really makes a difference for sure. but I'm going to take. I mean, I'm going to take. Is he already taken? Okay, Io Manor's already gone, right? I don't see him on here though. Is the problem? Is he just not in the? Oh no, he. Okay, yeah, there he is. I see him now. All right, I'll take Jalen Knoll. Spelt Noel, but it's pronounced Knoll. We're gonna keep going on into the fourth round here, but he had a really damn good combine, and he goes to the Eagles 64th overall. I know a lot of people are not going to like that, but man, would you be surprised if just AJ Brown's not on the Eagles in 2026? Like, so much could change from there. So I took the 2 Iowa State guys. But into the fourth round we go. Bolt up, Ferguson. Yeah, Bosa brothers to the Niners would be a wet dream. Obviously, a deal and a rotational player. Yeah, would you be surprised if like Bosa came out and had 8+ sacks next year and was like,
no, of course he will. Hell yeah.
Yeah, if he's healthy. So
yeah,
damn
right he will. So he's that good of a player when he's playing. So
yeah,
but it's been 3 or 4 years of him not being healthy.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about playing 16, 17 games or something. Remember he had the big meltdown when the Chargers couldn't beat Jacksonville, throwing his helmet and.
Well, it was because
the
offensive right tackle who went to the Chiefs, and it became big news.
Yeah.
Like, but he was doing that against the Chargers. I forget his name.
And F&A, they still allow that guy to start early on the offensive tackle.
Yeah.
Jesus criminy, man, like.
Yeah, for sure. Jalen Milroe, Brian, was a great pick. I mean, he's a rushing quarterback going to the Browns in the 3rd round. Like,
yeah,
that's easy.
The Browns landing spot definitely helps. And it's like, taking those 4th round shots on a potential, starting quarterback later in the year, maybe. It's like, I like it, even if you want to just try and flip him.
That dude has all the tools. He's, and I know this is going to sound negative, but he's Anthony Richardson, but a little more advanced. And if they can kind of get his shit together on his throwing motion and his feet and all that other crap, that's going to help him. So,
yeah, and why I argue for him, like, and Out of Rhythm Sports, give us your thoughts on Milroe as well. Like, for fantasy, I love him. I kind of overlooked him. I probably should have taken him at the 312. But like, again, he's a rushing guy. Like, not rush in, he's rushing. He's a rushing guy, and like, if he gets a year and he's QB 8 or whatever that year, that's going to be more valuable than probably most people taken, if we're being honest, in the 3rd round as well. Like, if we're being completely honest, there'll be a couple guys that hit, but 1 or 2 years as like a top 10 quarterback in a super flex league is going to be way more valuable. So, he's an interesting one. By the way, Savion Williams was taken, the TCU wide receiver. And whenever he gets taken, I have to say like a little prayer that whatever team takes Savion Williams, please use him like Cordell Patterson or as just a weapon and not as a freaking wide receiver, a pure wide receiver, because he doesn't run routes very well, but the dude's like a freak with the ball in his hands, and he's like 6'5". I think he ran pretty well too. He's big, tall, he's strong. He's like a running back. I think he had like 55 carries last year. Just like use him as a weapon, man. Give him 10 touches with like 10 to 12 touches with, 5 to 7 carries and 3 to 5 catches each game, and the dude's going to produce for you. So, what's up? Interesting. I was wondering why Donovan Edwards has a picture, but a lot of these guys don't. I guess they like him a little bit more.
Michigan. He's a national champion for the Michigan Wolverines.
He was kind of looked at as like the top running back for whatever class he was going to come out in. And
Did
then he
you
kind of
know
fell off a little bit.
he had the most bench press, 225 in the
He
combine?
ran well too. He had a good combine, so it made you like, like I remember Donovan Edwards. Maybe there's something there.
He didn't have a good last year at Michigan, and I mean, he had a okay year, but he had some good runs. He would have a lot of breakaway runs and stuff like that. So
yeah. Once again, guys, if you want to join our Discord, you'll know when we go live all the time. I announce in there. We're going to put together real money leagues. We already got about one of them half full. I'm going to announce it tomorrow to kind of everyone after I message a couple more people and put together real money leagues. We'll put together as many as we can. At least, I'll be in as many as we can, and take advantage of it now because, like, I don't know if we're going to be able to, assuming we get more followers and subscribers, like we might not be able to do this in the future because there'll be too many people that want to do a league. So, or we might have to put it behind like a paywall or something, which I don't necessarily want to do. I think I need to make this pick for the 107 here, but yeah, like take advantage of it now. So it should be a lot of fun. We're going to try and live stream the draft as well. So as we're coming to the end here, we'll probably finish up. We're going to transition. We're going to do just a few trade questions. We'll probably be live about 15 more minutes.
So I just got offered a trade. How can I put it up for everybody to?
You would have to. You can screenshot it and send it in one of our chats, and then I can put it up, or you could just tell us if you want.
Well, I'd like everybody, online to tell me.
Yeah. Tell us what is the trade?
Okay, so I have Bo Nix. So the trade would be Justin Fields, Roman Wilson, and draft pick 112 for Bo Nix.
Justin Fields, the 112, and what?
Roman Wilson and the 112 for Bo Nix.
Yeah, I think I'm keeping Bo. If there was like something a little bit, but like I think Justin Fields is like kind of a sneaky buy low. Like I think he could be a starter this year and he'll be productive. But if there's something like a little bit more of a better piece than Roman Wilson, so everyone's saying to keep Bo Nix.
Well, I think I initiated this because I tried to get Roman Wilson for a 4th round draft pick.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But yeah,
well, that shows you what you think he's worth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and he didn't play all year. I mean, he was hurt, so
yeah, I'd keep Bo. Again, if you want to give me like the 112 Fields and then like another piece that I can start or like a pick, then we can, we're kind of talking. But Bo Nix is definitely in the multiple first range right now.
He's not a big fantasy point scorer though.
No, but people are very high on him. He's a young guy. Like everyone in the chat, like Brendan said here, someone will pay a king's rent. Like someone's gonna like Nix a lot more than that. So, yeah.
Oh man, okay.
Yeah, I think you can negotiate there and get a little bit more. All right, I'll finish this.
How about a better wide receiver?
Yeah, exactly. So there you have it. That's our rookie draft. We'll definitely be doing more of these throughout. Until June, basically every week until June, we'll be doing more and more of these. So appreciate everyone that joined, and we'll do multiple ones as well in future drafts. But we are going to just answer some trade questions that we got. If you guys have any trade questions or any general questions at all, leave them in the chat and we'll get to them. But we're just going to go over a few. Probably stay live for another 10 to 15, and then let these guys go eat some dinner and stuff and get on with their night. So a couple trades here. Yeah. No worries, Robert. We'll see you. Appreciate you stopping in.
Rip lips.
So, rip lips. We got a 14 team, half PPR, 2 quarterbacks, so not super flex, 2 quarterback, start 10. We got BTJ, the 106 and the 201, or Jamar Chase. We got some big boys here. Some big boys. What are we doing on this side? Brian, you want to start?
Yeah, I mean it's probably pretty close. I'm just trying to figure out. It's close perceived value wise, right? Like BTJ, a couple of firsts, plus the 106, and then the 13th pick. Well, I guess it'd be the 15th pick. So, I mean, you're still only starting 10, but it is 14 teamer, yeah. So 12 teams start 12. I think I'm gonna take side A and diversify.
I thought you were going to take Chase, to be honest. I'd go side A as well.
Yeah.
I think I'd go side A. I mean, BTJ has one more year like he did last year. Takes the next step. He's in the tier with Chase, right? Like already. And then the 106 is going to be a good player here. Who was just taken at the 106? Matthew Golden, maybe Quinshawn Judkins, maybe Tyler Warren. I know it's not a tight end premium league. So, and then the 201. Dad, what side are you taking here?
Yeah, I don't mind the I like the volume over. I like the volume. I mean, in other words, we got a known player, and we got 2 other ones where you could fill in some blanks. And Jamar Chase is pretty special. I don't know what's going on with the Bengals and contracts and all this other shit. And I hate to think about that regarding fantasy. It's just
it matters.
Yeah, I think it kind of does. Guys come in, T. Higgins sat out all of training camp, pissed off and stuff like that. And they did the same thing to him. And he didn't have a great year. Now he's going to get $26 million. And Chase was the same way. They're all pouting, they want their money and, F you guys and the man and all this other shit. So I like side A.
Yeah. And again, if we take the mock draft that we just did, so it's BTJ, Matthew Golden, and then Trey Harris for 2 wide receivers that one is going to be most likely a first-round pick. Another one's probably going to be a second-round pick. Maybe we'll see. So, yeah, I like the side there as well for sure. This one's interesting. Actually, I want to come back to this one. We'll get back to this one because I need to look up actual ADPs here. So let's go to the next one here. It's a 14-team PPR Superflex start 11. So we're even deeper. What's that, 154 starters here? We talked about this one before, but I wanted to bring it back up. It's Jaden Daniels versus Malik Neighbors and Michael Penix. So it is a deeper league, starting 11 in a 14-team league. That is equivalent to what, a 12-team start 13, essentially, a little bit more. But yeah, interesting one here. I'll start here. I went with Jaden Daniels. A lot of people went side B. But I went with Jaden Daniels just because it's more about the Penix side of things. Like, he is still an unknown, and I think that's enough for me to just keep Jaden Daniels. And even if Penix does hit, like, what is he realistically going to be? Like, low-end QB1, top 15 guy, and I'll be happy with Jaden Daniels, like, no matter what, kind of. So, bad thoughts there. Daniels versus Neighbors and Penix.
No, I gotta stick with the quarterback, man. They're too hard. And this guy looks special. I mean, he could take a dip this year. The all sophomore slump they call it. But I'm sorry, the friggin' wide receivers, they're a little more replaceable. I know Neighbors is pretty good, and Penix, yeah, up and coming, whatever. I gotta stick with A here.
Yeah. Brian, thoughts there?
Yeah, it's not enough.
Yeah, you're
Not
right.
enough.
Not enough.
If it was okay, so let's just say like Penix comes out the first month, because like here's what happens with Penix. If he comes out in the month of September and the first 4 games of the year and he throws 9 touchdowns and 250 yards a game or something, like he's gonna be in the top 10 of dynasty quarterback rankings. Like he can very easily get up there, right? Very easily. He's QB 15 right now. So if he has a good start to so let's just say he does like jump. He does have a good start. He does become a top 10 quarterback in dynasty. Like, is it a win for the Penix neighbor side?
Kind
Thinking
of
October 1st of this year.
On a small sample size, I'd say, yeah. In fantasy, we do a lot of knee jerking. My God, this guy did this and that, and he's the top of the waiver wire and all that other shit, and we're all clamoring. Penix, I don't see Penix any better than somebody like a Matthew Stafford type guy.
No, but his value, like Stafford will never enter the top 10 quarterbacks ever again.
Well, that's what I think Penix is like.
I understand that, but let's just say it doesn't matter. Like Stafford and Penix have the same fantasy year. Penix is 10 times, 2 times more valuable than what Stafford is because he's just younger. So you got to think about it from that side too. Production wise, I don't disagree with you. Like, could Stafford, be better than Penix? Absolutely. Could a lot of these guys, Bryce Young, Goff, Dak Prescott, Purdy, Baker, Kyler, Jordan Love, like all these guys could be better.
Is Neighbors that special?
I think he is, yeah.
I'd say he's pretty good, but
I mean, he just had an incredible rookie year with a carousel of quarterbacks. Like you get him any guy had 110.
Happen again, man.
He had 100 catches, 1,200 yards, and 7 touchdowns, and missed 2 games as a rookie. Like he would have been up there with Puka, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase type of production. So
you can't deny that. That's good stuff.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just think about like if that were to happen with Penix, because it definitely could happen with him. So
yes, it could.
All right, we'll do 1 or 2 more here. We got a 10-team start 11 PPR, half-point tight end premium, half-point for first down. So tight ends are getting 1.5 per reception. We got T-Law and BTJ, so you get the stack there.
Who's
versus
T-Law?
Trevor Lawrence. What do you mean? You're old.
Yeah, whatever.
Old man. T-Law, Trevor Lawrence.
Spell it out, goddammit.
BTJ, by the way, is Brian Thomas Jr. Kyler is.
Yeah, I know who that is.
The 102 is the second overall pick so we got Trevor Lawrence, BTJ, versus Kyler, the 102, the 302, and the 309. So let's just start with the quarterbacks. Like, who do you prefer? Straight up, I guess. Do you prefer Trevor Lawrence or Kyler Murray?
Is this not super flex?
I think it is. I just forgot to write that. Yeah, it is super flex.
I think Kyler's ceiling is better, but I still like the side A.
Okay, so you like Kyler over Trevor Lawrence. Dad, are you Kyler or Trevor Lawrence?
Well, I think we've seen the best of Kyler. So Trevor Lawrence, we're still waiting to crown his ass. And Hasn't happened yet. The two third round guys, you just take them and go and you wipe them off. They're kind of, I don't want to say they're throw-ins, but honestly, you don't know what you're getting there. So to me, it's Kyler and the 102 for T-Law and Brian Thomas Jr. And
yeah, I mean,
what?
If you look at what happened this last, we just mocked, right? So what is it? The 301, 302, 309. So it's Jalen Royals, who again,
That's
to
the
me,
Utah State guy, right?
Yeah, so he's my wide receiver 5. And then Harold Fannin Jr., who's a tight end that people liked, super productive, but he's kind of a tweener. Picks. So, yeah.
And 102 is what? Hampton, right?
102 is Hampton, probably. It's probably going to be Hampton.
I got to go
You're talking about Kyler Murray. Let's say Kyler Murray, Amarion Hampton. And then, we don't know who the third-round picks are, but it could be a good player.
Yeah.
Versus T-Law, BTJ.
Just based upon what we did, side B.
Yeah, I think BTJ, I think BTJ is worth more than the 102. So I think I go side A. I don't mind side B if you want to take a shot and if you don't really believe in Trevor Lawrence. But I don't know. I think he, like you said, we've seen the best of Kyler probably. Have we seen the best of Trevor Lawrence? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I'll take side A here. It's the BTJ part. I think
Mr. Generational talent,
If someone offered the 102 and then 2 third-round picks, or if I could get BTJ for the 102 and a couple of thirds, I would do it pretty easily. So I think that's why I go side A there. But again, Amarion Hampton, people love him. People love him.
I'm starting to love him.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's do that last one there in the startup because I wanted to pull up startup ADP, and then we'll finish for the night here. So it's a startup draft. It's basically the 103, which is probably going to be Lamar. Maybe it's Jaden, but it's probably, let's just say it's Lamar. So are you basically trading Lamar for CeeDee Lamb, Patrick Mahomes, and then the 412, which would be looks like Jared Goff. So what do you want? Patrick Mahomes, Jared Goff, and CeeDee Lamb, or Lamar Jackson? I think it's pretty easy, the side A, right?
Yeah, I definitely would take side A for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
What if it was Jaden? Does that change it for you? Jaden Daniels.
No, I think I'd still want side A.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty easy. Once you actually put players to the names, it's pretty easy on the multiple players there. Yeah, Victor says side A, easy. I agree with him. I thought that one was going to be a little bit more interesting to talk about, but it wasn't. So they can't all be winners. But I think we're finishing up for the day. We got a lot of stuff happening already, stuff happening while we're recording or, live in terms of, Joey Bosa getting released and free agency is right around the corner. That's going to change a lot of things. It's going to change mock drafts, and we're thinking, this team's going to take Ashton Genty 10th overall or whatever, and they go out and get a running back in free agency. So it's going to be interesting and it's exciting.
Yeah, but there ain't no running backs in free agency.
Yeah, I know. It was a bad example, all right? Damn it.
Okay. Sorry.
But no, you're fine. But no, it changes, right? How we think, especially the quarterback stuff. It'll be interesting to see a lot of veteran quarterbacks.
Sam Darnold is the big shoe that needs to drop, I think, for quarterback and for fantasy and stuff like that. So, I mean, Sam Darnold to the Raiders, Sam Darnold to the Giants, which probably won't happen. And
yeah, he's he's old, but he still has it a little bit. He catches us still. He is on our ass.
You got it, Victor. Every day, all day.
But once again, join the Discord if you want to get into some of those real money leagues that will be starting up. And we're moving fast. Combine happens, free agency. Before you know it, NFL draft. Before you know it, we're talking training camp and preseason games again. So anyways, appreciate everyone. We'll be back most likely Saturday morning doing some more stuff, Dynasty stuff. Appreciate everyone that stopped in and mocked with us and asked questions and commented. And we'll see you all very soon.